What's up, fellow classers? It's Apollyon here, bringing you the latest clan war recap, and more importantly, our 100th victory for WHF Rising was an arranged war. Shout out and props to Baby Awmino. They were the only clan that we've done an arranged war with that has beaten us, so we found it fitting, and we wanted to at least give another chance and make it momentous, a momentous occasion where we could do our 100th win against the only clan that had beaten us in the past. So we appreciate them, taking the challenge and offering it up to us. And also, all the time and effort that was put into it with I think it was like a 2 weeks notice or something like that. So we really appreciate that. It made it that much better for us to get the victory. We loved the challenge. We loved it. We had a lot of fun. And we appreciate everything. So great job to them. Good clan, good attackers, good bases. Just a lot of good things to say. So anyway, it was a arranged war, like I mentioned. 4 Town Hall 10s. 28 Town Hall 9s and 8 Town Hall 8s, and it's kind of like I wish it was a little bit different. Their top guy did not do any attacks. I have no idea why. If it was just missing in action, who knows what the reason was. But if you look at the score, 116 to 112, they probably could have maneuvered and had people attack different bases a little bit more strategically. But the bottom line is, even if their top guy did attack with the current state of the score, there's no way they could have won anyway, because there was only one. I think there was one. Gatsby had two stars available, and then the rest only had 1 star. So even if he 3-starred Gats and 3-starred another base, it would have been 116 to 115. But again, maybe if they did have him, they could have had other people attack different bases. But that being said, we definitely appreciate everything. Just to show what they did to our bases, they struggled a little bit with the Town Hall 9s. You can see what they did with the Town Hall 10s. And then they left number 9 and number 12 and number 16. And I think they had to dip 1 or 2 into our Town Hall 8s. Let me just see here. Nope, that's not it. Not it. I think that was a town. No, that was not Town Hall. Let's see here. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they didn't have to dip at all. Oh, there we go. There's a dip right there from their Town Hall 9. So they only had to dip 1, so not bad. And then we had everything 3-starred except for their top 4 Town Hall 10s. We were able to 2-star them. I think this one was like a 98% or 92%, so almost a 3-star attack there on their Town Hall 9. Sorry, not Town Hall 9, their Town Hall 10. And the other Town Hall 10s that we had going on here. So anyway, let's start off with our recap here. We're going to go through some Town Hall 9 attacks and some Town Hall 8 attacks all in the same recap. I wish I could show every single one of them. There were so many good attacks. Right now, the current state of the game, there's a lot of different ways to attack, but when you're going against an arranged war where every attack really counts, the standard basic it's not guaranteed at all, but the higher percentage 3-star attack is a GoVaHo, either with or without a Queen Walk Queen Charge. So I think we use that probably 75 to 80% of all the attacks. I'm not going to recap every single attack as a GoVaHo. It's a very strong strategy, especially when you're not sure where the bombs are, and you want to go ahead and take care of the base, just because, those Valks, they can do a lot of stuff. They can do damage and tank and everything like that. So we are going to show a few of them, but let's not start off with that. Let's start off with Queen Charge, Drag LaLoon. So we do have a couple Valkyries, but they're really solely used for funneling and cleaning purposes. It's not really a Valkyrie attack. So Humai is going to go in here with a Queen Charge. He has, it's not really a Queen Charge, I guess. It's basically going through that little dip in the moat, but it's a Queen Walk Queen Charge with dragons on the back end, using those minions to funnel up on the top right and the top left. And that Queen's doing her thing. We've got an Archer taking care of this Collector on the bottom. And that queen's just got to go ahead and take out that king and trip the clan castle. So it's working its way in the moat. I think we dropped the king in here, if I'm not mistaken, with the Valkyries to go ahead and clean that entire top area in just a second. That minion's struggling up there. It's like the salmon going upstream. So we've tripped a P.E.K.K.A in the clan castle. Drops the poison, and I think, does he have to use the ability? No. P.E.K.K.A under poison will get... oh yeah, has to use the ability, or at least safely wants to use the ability, especially since that king is going to jump in and try to get things done. Drops those 2 Valkyries and the king up top just to go ahead and take out all that trash buildings, the town hall, and tank a little bit. Uses a jump to get them in there, just make it easier on those dragons. That queen is doing her thing. The healers are gone, and she is gone right now. So it's up to these dragons. The king is doing his thing, taking out that air defense, and now there's a lava hound that's being thrown in there to tank for this last air defense with the dragons there. Notice there was no zap quakes, has a couple of rages, couple of heal, or 1 heal and a jump. So he's probably gonna go ahead and rage up these dragons in just a little bit. And they're making their way through, and they're going to get that heal as well, which is always nice when it's kind of like a little refreshing bath there of a heal. So they're going to go ahead and get the rage, take out a lot of these splash and point defenses, push their way through the base. He does have a couple loons for the back end, but that entire top area is already completely done. That archer has finally killed the collector and is working on the army camp, and you know what, every little bit helps. So we've got the loon doing some damage. That loon is cleaning up both the archer tower and this cannon. Don't think it's going to make it to the whiz tower. It's just too much damage for too slow of a loon. But nice thing is whiz towers do absolutely no damage to dragons, so that king is still up, banging through the wall, but I don't think he's going to get there in time. We've got a couple pups cleaning up with these dragons, so let's go ahead and fast forward it and see those 3 stars. Really cool attack. If you watch my live attacks, I was really on the fence with whether that was going to make it. I didn't think it was going to be able to push far enough, but I was proven wrong, and I don't mind that when it's attack of ours, so that's really cool. Let's now jump into the GoVaHos here. So we're going to do a GoVaHo on their number 6, number 15, jumping all the way up there, and going in on their number 6 using I think a shattered entry here. No, maybe it's not. Yeah, it is a shattered entry. Got 2 golems going up on the top all the way, and it's going to go ahead and just take some 1-for-1 trade-offs with these hogs in here while the golems are tanking. Sends his king, sends his queen in there. And he's got 1 jump and 3 heals, which is really the standard for Valkyrie, the GoVaHos. Either 2 jumps and 2 heals, or 3 heals and 1 jump. Maybe sometimes sprinkle in a rage, just depending on what it is. Drops the poison for that clan castle. Not the best clan castle you want to go against. Having wizards and loons against Valkyries is definitely, they do a lot of damage very quickly. But he's got the queen that is finally down here, and he's sending in the hogs around the horn. Still has 2 more heals left over, and that queen is up with her ability. King is up without the ability. And they're going to get healed up in this area here. Those other Valkyries that have run outside the base are trailing, and they're going to go ahead and make their way around. And the queen is kind of taking, getting the tank from the golem, taking out these defenses. But as long as she gets that golem gets aggro on that, which is right there, that is going to work out very nicely for that queen. And the Valkyries are still making their way around. So the heals up in that area for where they're getting shot by all those point defenses. Golem is still tanking for that queen, which is just fantastic. Can't ask for anything more. And the queen is going to trip, or at least the golem is going to trip a giant bomb. But the queen is still taking out all these defenses. There is only 1 more, and that is a cannon. But the Valkyries are getting a little bit caught up on that, taking out that king. So they're getting picked off by that cannon and the archer tower. Missed the archer tower there. The king is going to jump for the queen, and she is just going to almost get pounded out. But fortunately, the king takes the other king out. And now it's just time to go ahead and take out these defenses by both Royals and the Golem, and you know, Wizards and Archers and things like that. So very nice attack. Love to see that. Alright, number 8, another GoVaHo, but we're going to watch a quad quake this time. And it's a little different. Normally we see a jump and you know, 3 heals. This time we're going to use the quad quake and 3 heals, just because Danny Mo wants to keep that core up, or that quad quake up a little bit longer. So here's in a shattered entry here, brings I think 8 Valkyries in. And it's got the Wizards funneling and everything going well. Drops that quad quake, which is going to open a good portion of that base. But you know, it doesn't want to worry about the jump and having to deal with the timing, or you know, where the Valkyries are going to run. Right now, they can run wherever they want. And everything's thrown into the core. It's got to heal for that clan castle. That clan castle is very Valk friendly, except for just a couple of those minions, which will get taken out in just a second. But those Valkyries will go ahead and take care of those ground units super fast. And we've got the Queen that's going to go ahead and start taking out all these trash buildings. And then I think the Golem will tank for her, and she'll take out the Expo. So that's always nice. The enemy Queen is still not down yet, but he knows he's going to get her, so he's being very optimistic and sending in the Hogs already. And that enemy Queen goes down right now. So everybody's meeting up in that top area, so just perfectly timed, where you know the defenses are tanking for those Hogs, and the Queen uses her ability, and I think we're almost down to 1 defense. So you know, this base is crushed. All we need to do is just do a little bit of cleanup. Have tons of Hogs, has a couple of Valkyries, the Queen is still up, and a swag heal. Didn't even need it, so just completely crushes this base. And on that attack, that was not a cleanup attack. That was a fresh hit. But when I say fresh hit, it was actually scouted by a Town Hall 8. So, I mean, it's not completely fresh. The Town Hall 8 attack was such a nice attack and showed exactly all the pathing and everything like that, that it just made Danny's, you know, bust in there that much easier. So, really nicely done by our Town Hall 8 scout. All right, let's jump down to number 12. And we are going to watch our number 20 come all the way up to number 12, but using, it is a GoVaHo, but it's really more of a mass Valk attack, but using those giants to go ahead and start this funneling, because all he needs to do is really just hold the Valkyrie's hand and make sure that they're running in, which that one Valkyrie decides she does not want to do. And she's going to go rogue up top, but she's going to find out that's not always the smartest thing. Another semi-Valk friendly clan castle with some minions, but a lot, the witch and the Valkyries in the clan castle. So that Queen takes out the minions, and we are good to go. Got 1 rage and 1 heal for these Valkyries left over, so uses that last heal, and then we'll use the rage right here. They will chew through that wall in 2 seconds to get to that Queen and knock her out before she even knew it hit her. And we're going to back end these Hogs here with in that far right compartment. And that Hog's going to get that, Hero Hog is going to get that last cannon there. And then we send in some more Hogs up on the top left. Tons and tons of Valks still up. I mean, even if these Hogs don't make it hardly anywhere, these Valks are going to go tear through the rest of this base without any problem whatsoever. So anything these Hogs can pick up is just gravy as far as time and as far as defense. But it looks like we're going to be stuck with just 1 cannon and 1 archer tower with about 10 Valkyries, so and a Queen with ability, full health. So it's not looking too good for this base. So we're going to speed it up to when they get in there. Just got a mass army of Valkyries right here that are just going to bust through this wall in just a couple of swipes, a max Town Hall 9 wall, and go through it just like butter. So Queen is going to go ahead and use their tanking. Just, you guys go forward, you girls go forward, and I got your back. So these Valkyries are going to go in there, take out that cannon with 1 swipe, and we're just on cleanup right now, and we've got the 3-star. Love to see those mass Valk attacks. And let's see here. I think CJ had the 6-star war. Let's see. I want to see if he had another mass Hog attack. I'm just interested. I think I skipped it, but yeah, you know what? I just love to see the mass hog attacks. This is just, I mean, the mass Valk attacks. They're just so much fun to me. They can either go like super well or not. So using like a very similar type of attack here, using those giants, he's getting 4 giants where you would use 1 golem or 2 golems, and they're still making their way in. So it's a really good unit space thing. You're saving on so much space and accomplishing what you want to by funneling those Valkyries in. All you got to do is just get those far to the right and left buildings, so the Valkyries can only go into the core. And once they get in that core, they're going to go ahead and do what you want them to, as far as take out the double giant bomb spots and the clan castle, and then after that they're going to start running all over the place and do whatever they want. But they're so strong that it doesn't really even matter. That queen is going to go down, unfortunately. She's not going to make it too much further, because this king is not going to be able to tank forever for her, and then the expo is going to turn on her. But we've got heals going down on these Valkyries. We still have another rage going on, and I don't even know how many Valkyries are left. Probably about 12 or 14. And those giants are still up. So the Valks are actually tanking for the giants. That's not always the best way, but the Valks are so fast, there's nothing you can do about that. So we've got a quad Tesla, and these Valkyries are just like, you know what, under rage, we'll go ahead and take out this quad. And watch how fast they take this quad Tesla out. 1, and then 2. It's one swipe, and that entire Tesla farm is taken out. That's just insane how much damage they do, how fast. So if you guys want to know how to take out a quad Tesla farm very quickly, there you go. You bring 10 to 12 Valks in there and let them one swing hit it, and it takes out all 3 in one shot. So we are in cleanup mode, and I am done with this. So I wasn't planning on showing that, but you know what? I just love the mass Valk attacks. Alright, number 21 is mine. I'm showing it because it's mine. That's why. So it's another GoVaHo, but you know what? Since I'm doing the channel, I want to show my attack. Same thing, very similar with the 1 jump, 3 heals, using that giant to funnel up top, just to make sure if for any strange reason those Valkyries get any weird ideas, to not be funneled correctly. So they're going to jump in that core. The king and queen are going to do their own thing. They're going to start walking down and doing a king-queen walk. P.E.K.K.A. in the clan castle, those Valks will take that P.E.K.K.A. out in a couple swipes, then using the jump to pull them into the core, and lose a couple to spring traps, but that's not going to be a big deal. Healing it up in the core, still have 2 more heals left over. Probably should have dropped the heal a little bit earlier when they were going against that P.E.K.K.A. and some of those point defenses. But the king is doing his thing, uses the ability. Queen is falling up behind. There's almost no defenses on the bottom portion of this base. That's what makes this queen-king walk so effective. So, there's no point defenses whatsoever. Just a couple splash defenses. Those Valkyries are helping out with that. That 1 wizard tower up top is saved, and it's gonna be the one that's we have to get at the end. Start to use the hogs in from the top as that golem comes down and tanks for them, and uses that final heal to get those hogs and push through. I did save 2 hogs for the back end here. As these king, queen, and Valk start making their way, I can send the other 2 hogs in there to take care of these defenses. So they're going to go ahead and take care of this cannon, and they're going to do the hero hog thing and run all the way over to that wizard tower that was left behind. These Valks are going to go ahead and take out that enemy king, or at least try to. So they get him down to 3/4 of an energy. Queen uses her ability, takes out that king, and now it's just time to go ahead and clean up this town hall. So look at those hero wizards walking all the way around just for the easy access instead of trying to bang through a wall. I'd love to see that too. Alright, last Town Hall 9 attack. Going to show some of their lower base. And Sen doing his thing with just the standard GoHo. So no Valkyries included on this attack. And we're just going to go ahead and do the shattered entry on the bottom here, I think. I'm pretty sure he brought another golem in that clan castle. Uses a jump there. and we'll start routing everything in there. That king is going to get aggro on the queen, knock her out real quick, and maybe he uses hogs in the clan castle. Don't remember, but we've got a dragon and 2 loons, which is not always the best to go against, especially without too much of the wizards in there. So they got a big job in front of them to go ahead and take out this dragon, but the poisons are being dropped, and they finally go down. That dragon is just about to go down from that poison, and the queen decides she wants to go for a walk. So we've got hogs going to the top where there is a giant bomb. Not sure I like that giant bomb placement. You're going to have to heal in that huge compartment. It just lends itself to a heal, so it's kind of like a waste of a giant bomb. They're going to take out that entire compartment and work their way towards the top of the noon compartment and start sending some more hogs in to meet up with them. And I think there's another giant bomb here. And again, not really loving that giant bomb spot. I mean, it's easily triggerable, and it's just something where the heal is going to be. So that queen is finally going to go down, and then we've got the clan castle hogs coming in for the win, and they go flying. All 3 of those, the 6 just go flying. The other 3, though, however, they're being boss hogs, and they are tanking, making their way through. They are going to go ahead and get this last air defense, and then as soon as they're done, they're going to turn right on there. But look at that hogs, the snobby hogs, like, you know what, you guys take care of that king. I'm going to start working on that clan castle, and I'll meet you up a little bit later for drinks. So they're all doing the town hall right now. Maybe it's the same. I don't think it was the same hog that split up. That would be awesome if it was that same hog that was like, you know what, you guys are going the wrong way. I'm going to do my thing and clean up on the right side. Okay, so number 32, we're getting into Town Hall 8 attacks, and just a few of them. Again, I think almost every single attack was a GoVaHo. So we're going to watch our first GoVaHo here. And this one is going to be a quad quake, opening up that entire core. We love to see that. And drops the shattered entry here from with the 2 golems. And we'll go ahead and speed things up a little bit. We've got a giant in there just tanking. It hasn't dropped the second golem in there, though. I don't know what we're waiting. I guess we're dropping it in now. And we've got no poison, so these wizards have got to step up. They got to do their thing. So heals up those Valkyries that are coming in there. Those wizards have got to take out this dragon, which they are. They've got like one more shot, one more, boom, there we go. And now they got to take out the loon. That loon is doing damage on those Valkyries, though. That is the big problem with those loons dropping bombs like that. I think those Valkyries are on like life support. They have got nothing left in them. So anything that hits them is going to be, it's going to be lights out. But the golem is tanking for them, so that's a good thing. We got the hogs coming in here from behind, and got a couple of Valkyries that are still up. So I think they're going to make it through the rest of the raid as these hogs are tanking, taking care of these last defenses. We've got a Valkyrie cleaning up top, swiping the wall. And I think we got another couple Valkyries down on the bottom. So it looks like all 3 of those Valkyries lived, which is exactly what you want to see. So I think they were 1 bomb away from being annihilated. But we are in cleanup mode. Everybody's split up. So you take this way, I go this way, and you go the other way. And that's going to make this a 3-star hit. We got a healer P.E.K.K.A. walk here, which is a cool little strategy. It's nice, doing a little different thing. The only problem I have with it is if you're going to do a P.E.K.K.A. walk with a healer, do it where the air defense is not so close. If you look at the base, all on the right-hand side, those air defenses are so in towards the core that P.E.K.K.A. can walk from 6 o'clock all the way around to like noon and barely be taken out. It will have the point defenses on it, but the healers will never get aggro on anything except for maybe the back end of those archer towers or something like that. But you can always send in wizards to go ahead and take those out one by one. So that's the only thing. It was a really cool attack. I don't think got very much value out of the healer because when you drop the P.E.K.K.A. in here up top, it's really going to only be aggro on the archer tower, and that's not a lot. But doing the funneling up top there with the minions drops the P.E.K.K.A. with the healer there, And that P.E.K.K.A, she's just going to walk, but you know, she's only getting hit by that one archer tower, so obviously the healers are going to be able to keep up with it. But as soon as she steps in and gets close to that air defense, you know, taking a little turn here, then both of those healers, or is it just one healer? Maybe it's just one healer. So you know what? I'm sorry. That's fine. I thought it was two healers. So you know, one healer, that healer is done. So that healer walk is over, but the P.E.K.K.A walk is still going to go on. So anyway, we've got the king that's being thrown in there. We've got Valkyries that have gone in as well, and we're going to send in the hogs in a counterclockwise measure, kind of, you know, taking out that stuff for the P.E.K.K.A and make sure that she does her walk with the wizard. So that P.E.K.K.A and the wizards are going to go ahead and clean up the entire bottom and right side of this base. And we're going to watch these hogs do their thing. We've got no more heals, but we do have one more hog, which is sent in there at the mortar. So it's going to get an easy 1-for-1 trade there. Those hogs trip that giant bomb. I know this was a first attack, so this was not a cleanup, or you know, we have no idea where anything is. But we've got those Valkyries that are still up. We've got a P.E.K.K.A that is very high health as well. And we got a builder hut in the corner that the archer tower is taking care of. Very nice. So that minion is doing their thing up top. The Valkyries are making their way around. Finally get the aggro here, and at this point there's no chance for this not to be a success because those wizards are following up on flank right behind. There is only that archer tower, which is no way going to take out all of those things. Once that's down right now it's just cleanup because that air defense is going to do nothing to them, and the P.E.K.K.A and Valkyrie break in there and take care of that. Alright, two more, and then we are finished. We got number 37 taken out by Gringo, or number 39 with another GoVaHo Quad Quake. And we're, again, opening up that entire core. I mean, look how much that base it opens. It opens at least 50%, maybe even more, and makes it even easier to go ahead and you know, use some wizards to get those other compartments too, while the golems are tanking. Do have a couple wall breakers to break inside here. And there we go with our test wall breaker, and then the last two go in there, and they're going to open it all up. So very nicely done. They're going to have access to a lot of the double giant bombs and giant bomb sets. So we're going to fast forward. Drops all the hogs in there. Has the clan castle full of ground units, so that's always nice for the Valkyries as they hit that giant bomb. Don't know if it was a double giant bomb. I can't really see. There's a lot of carnage on the ground there. I think it's a double giant bomb set. So they only have to worry about the one more giant bomb, and let's see where that thing is. So we're sending hogs kind of in a counterclockwise fashion, but he sent some hogs in from the top as well. And there we go with our last giant bomb. It does kind of catch those hogs a little bit, but no big deal. It has a last heal to throw in there. And this base is completely wrecked, and we're on cleanup right now. Do we have any Valks? I don't see any Valks. I think those Valks were taken out by that last giant bomb, but yeah. Alright, our last one to look at, number 38, Valhalla going in here. And bring in the just standard GoHo. So no Valks, at least that I know of. Maybe there are Valks in the clan castle. They always are sneaky like that. But we'll go ahead and check that out. Standard stuff. Giant, you know, dropped in there. The tank with these hogs are running in there. I think possibly either for funneling or to grab the clan castle. I'm not sure which one it was for. But drops those wall breakers in to break in, drops the king, and if we haven't seen the clan castle drop, it's probably hogs. Okay, so we've got a poison going down for this dragon, which is going to roast those golems there, unfortunately, but we can start sending in the hogs, and they're sending a counterclockwise measure. Uses that first heal, has one more heal left over. And we have a bunch of hogs. I think we've got 12 hogs. There we go. Sends the 5 from the clan castle, and still has 7 more of his own, and still has another heal. So they're going very, very nice. And there we go, healing over that last giant bomb spot. And not sure if it's, no, it's not a double giant bomb. They just have mini bombs there. That's right, because I see the top one has already been tripped by the golem and the kill squad. So when that happens, this base is completely crushed, and just doing some cleanup. So it was a lot of fun. Love to watch it. Love to be in it. I was really appreciating. Thanks again to Baby Awmino for stepping up and taking the challenge and allowing our 100th victory to actually mean something. We really appreciate that. And a great job to both clans. Great job to WHF Rising for all the planning, coordinating. Everybody is like a well-oiled machine. Went very, very well. Love to watch it. It was just enjoyable all the way around. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it as well. Get used to the attacks. Get used to the compositions. A lot of them were very similar, just to show you what is the staple kind of attacks if you want the high percentage chance of getting a 3-star. Practice them to get those 6-star clan wars and get those 3-star attacks.